Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay.
What up, Berry Bears? This is your favorite coach that does the most. Coach Give us what? And I'm here today to talk to you about fixed and variable expenses. So let's jump right into it. An expense is basically the cost required for something, or in other words, the money that you spend on something. Have you ever said, "Ooh, that's expensive"? Yeah, that basically means you're going to spend a lot for it. So an expense is spending money. All right, so fixed expenses are the types of expenses where the total amount doesn't change when there is an increase or decrease in usage. Let's just take this beautiful Corvette as an example. When you buy this Corvette, you're going to have to make monthly payments, right? Well, those payments are considered to be fixed expenses because the amount that you pay every month does not change. Here are some more examples of fixed expenses, like in addition to this beautiful car. Your mortgage or rent. When you have a house and you pay a monthly house note, it's going to be the same. Doesn't matter if you live in the house every day or if you visit once a year. Your monthly amount for that home will be the same amount. Insurance is another example. Cell phones, like if you have unlimited data, talk, and text, your bill's going to be the same every month. Doesn't matter how much you use the phone, it's going to be the same. And also subscription services like Netflix. Doesn't matter if you watch Netflix once a day or once a year. If you have the subscription, you're going to pay the same amount every time. Variable expenses work a little differently. The amount changes in proportion to the change in use. So in other words, the more you use, the more you pay. For example, the light bill. Your mom ever come home and said, "Why y'all got all these lights on? Turn all these lights off. You got the TV on, the living room light on, the kitchen light, just all this stuff going on. Turn these lights off." The reason why is because the more electricity you use, the more the bill's going to be. So turn the light off. All right, so the big idea here is if you know what your fixed and your variable expenses are, they help you to budget your money better. It gives you a better idea of how much your expenses are for a set amount of time. So let's just go through a couple examples, like this one, PlayStation Plus subscription. This is for all the gamers out there. If you play online, you have to pay for it, right? So my subscription is an annual subscription where I have to pay $60 every year. Here's the question. Is this a fixed or a variable expense? If you said fixed, then you are correct. The reason why is because it doesn't matter if I use the online service once a year or every day in the year, I still have to pay $60. Here's another example, the water bill. Do you think this is a fixed expense or a variable expense? This one is variable because the more water you use, the more your bill is going to be. So turn the water off while you're brushing your teeth. All right, what about this? Like tools or supplies for a hobby. Do you think the cost would be a fixed expense or a variable expense? This would be considered variable because you may need 1 or 2 paintbrushes today, and then next month you might need 7 or 8 paintbrushes. It just depends on how much you need at the time. So the cost could vary. All right, finally, what about a gym membership? Do you think this would be a fixed expense or a variable expense? This would be considered fixed. Yeah, so when you sign up for the gym, you have to pay a certain amount every month. Doesn't matter if you go to the gym once in the month or every day in the month. You're still going to pay the same amount. So it's a fixed expense. All right, so now that you have an understanding about fixed and variable expenses, I want to give you a side note about fixed expenses. Sometimes fixed expenses can change, but only when a change is made to the terms. So let's talk about change in terms. For example, when I watch TV, I use Sling. When I first signed up for Sling, it cost me $25 per month. But since we've been quarantined, gotten pretty bored with some of the channels, so I decided to change my subscription and upgrade to more cartoons. Now I pay $30 per month. So the change in my fixed expense happened because I changed my subscription. So now that the change has been made, now I pay $30 each month. All right, so the easiest way for you to determine if an expense is fixed or variable is to ask yourself, will it cost more if I use more, or will it cost less if I use less? If it will cost more or less, then it's going to be a variable expense. But if the cost doesn't change, then it's a fixed expense. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Hopefully it helps you understand the difference between the two. If you have any questions, definitely ask your teacher, submit a comment in Google Classroom, shoot an email, watch a YouTube video, or Google it. Or better yet, ask your parent, because I'm sure they'll be happy to help you to determine the difference. All right, man, I'll holler at you later. Bye.